Alright guys, today I got this microwave to scrap. The guy I got it off of, he said it still works. He said it just doesn't cook popcorn anymore. And I'm sure it's junk anyways. So first I'll get the glass tray out. Oh, that's not glass. That's tin. Alright, off to a good start. Start by getting some of these screws out. I bet that's so you can change the light bulb. Yep, there's a light bulb. Now the older microwaves, they had a brass shield inside of them so the microwaves wouldn't get out. But now they get away with that because they put brass in with the powder coating. You can tell the old microwaves because you put your cell phone in there inside the microwave and you try calling your cell phone and it won't ring. But in the newer ones, your cell phone will ring. There's always a ton of screws in these. I just like getting all the screws out. That one's got a bolt behind it. That was probably the capacitor that just fell. There's one in here too. A couple more here on the side. Alright, outer shell comes off. Oh, this slides back. Alright, that's off. Some tin right there. What we got here? This is the business end. I'm not going to go taking too much tin out. I'm pretty much just going to clean out everything that's in here and throw the rest of it right in the back of my truck. Get out some of these screws so I can get to the stuff. There's some fuse right there. Some tin. I'm probably going to strip this wire. This is good thick wire here. And there's a transformer. You want to be careful with the transformer because they are extremely high voltage. I like to make sure I got my gloves on. I like to short them out. I did get zapped by one of these a while ago and they're not fun. Got a nice little electric motor here, take apart later. I want this capacitor, I'll throw that capacitor in my copper bearing bucket if I can get it out. I'm going to have to actually use a screwdriver. I might be prying that out or leaving it in. See if I get the magnetron out. Piece of tin, some plastic, nice big transformer, oh, nice big piece of circuit board in there. That's out. Whole bunch of number 2 copper. There's a little solenoid there. Get the copper out of that later too. I'm going to cut this number 2 copper off. Number 2 coated copper. Oh, another nice little transformer. See if I can get this stupid support out of the way. Nope. That's how you get that off. Gotta get the bolts out. Alright. This is held in by bolts. I'm going to get the bolts out. I'm going to take the transformer out too. Alright, I got out the transformer. And I got out the magnetron. Now there's just one last thing to get out. And that's the turntable motor. Now don't go wasting your time. Don't go wasting your time taking the plastic off of this. Scrapper will buy it just like this. Some tin, more tin. I'm going to call this I'm going to call this copper bearing these 2 switches on it. We'll buy it like that. And all these plug ends are brass. Still got the circuit board in here. This thing's actually very heavy. Oh, that's why. The transformer right there. A bunch of tin. Get all these screws out. switches here, all these little things, you can call these copper bearing. We'll buy them like that. How do I get this out without cutting my fingers? Got some plastic. Some more screws. A nice big piece of circuit board. Ooh, I bet that's silver. Some of this. Some more tin. Nice piece of number 2 circuit board. Don't go taking nothing off of this. This is number 2 just the way it is. Alright. Little transformer here. These usually pry right open pretty easily. Just put on a glove and pry these ends off. These caps usually come off easily too. Now this is not copper bearing. You clamp this in a vise and you run a hacksaw along it, and then you can pry the copper out from the other side. There's actually quite a bunch of copper in one of these. So I'll be getting the copper out of that later. These turntable motors. These are known to just pop open. I bet this is one of them. Look at that, I'm right. Now look at that, that's all copper right there. That's a jackpot. Turntable motors are always loaded with copper. And this copper I can sneak in with my bare bright, even though it's number 2. Alright, I'll finish that up later. Some plastic. How do we get this apart? Stupid little clip's got to come off. Alright, I'm going to put all this together now, clean my desk up a little bit. Alright, I got the commutator out of that fan. I got the little solenoid here still. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get the copper out of the solenoid now. I like to hold on to it with a pair of channel locks and then pry at it with a flathead. get it apart. Now that it's apart, this little plastic comes off, and all the copper comes off just like a slinky. Alright. I'll finish that up later. And for this, motor right here, I like to use my vise. I don't got to bolt it down to anything. I think it's easier to use like this. I'll eventually bolt it down someday. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to hacksaw through all this copper, which doesn't take long. See, that didn't take too long. Some of it came out while I was hacksawing. Now I just pull it out from the other side. Nice piece of heavy melt. Nice handful of copper. Now for the little transformer. I'm just going to do the same thing with the little transformer. But what I really want to show you is the magneto and the big transformer. Alright, I already cut into the small transformer with my dikes here, but I just wanted to see if I could get the copper out of this for sure before I wasted my time. And I'll zoom in for you. And you can see the copper there. So I know I can get it out. Some of these transformers, they have yellow tape with layers of copper bands between them, and it's almost impossible to get the copper out of them. So I usually just call those copper bearing. But I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to hacksaw it open. All the way through. And then I'm going to use pliers and a screwdriver it's pretty easy. And then I'll just pry it out from the other side. Now I went and made the decision to make this into a 3-part video. Yeah, see, it pulls right out, no problem. Because I want to use different videos to scrap the magnetron and a large capacitor, or the large transformer. And then at the end I'll put everything together and show you what's inside of a microwave at the end. So watch part 2 for the transformer and part 3 for the magnetron. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.